Welcome back to Dark Sea Mysteries. Today we journey into one of the most terrifying places on Earth, the Drake Passage. This narrow stretch of ocean between Cape Horn and South America and the northern tip of Antarctica is infamous as the most dangerous sea in the world. Here storms rage for days, waves rise as tall as buildings, ships vanish without a trace, and countless lives have been lost. What lies beneath these waters are secrets so terrifying, they have haunted sailors for centuries. These are the top 10 terrifying secrets of the Drake Passage. The endless storm. The Drake Passage almost never rests. With no landmass to block the winds, storms here can rage for days without pause. Sailors call it the Drake Shake. These winds are part of the notorious roaring 40s and furious 50s. Powerful gales that circle the globe unchecked. They whip the sea into chaos, generating massive swells and even hidden underwater waves that destabilize ships from below. For passengers, it feels like endless turbulence at sea. Floors tilt at impossible angles. Plates and glasses crash to the ground. Even walking a few steps becomes a battle against invisible forces. Hours blur into days, with no escape from the storm. Over 800 shipwrecks. Beneath these icy waters lie the remains of more than 800 ships. From 16th century galleons to modern cargo vessels, many have vanished without a trace. The Drake Passage is often called a sailor's graveyard, and with good reason. Storms strike suddenly, currents drag vessels far from their routes, and sandbanks shift like living traps. Entire fleets have been swallowed here. To this day, wrecks remain scattered across the seabed. Twisted steel, broken masts, and the silent memories of those who never returned. Some wreckage has washed up on distant shores, carried hundreds of miles by powerful currents. But for most ships, nothing was ever found. Families were left only with unanswered questions. The ghost ship Baychimo. One of the strangest tales connected to these waters is that of the SS Baychimo. Abandoned by its crew in 1931 after becoming trapped in Arctic ice, it drifted across the seas for decades. Sailors reported eerie sightings of the Baychimo, still afloat but completely unmanned, a phantom silently haunting the oceans near the passage. For years, she was called the Phantom of the North. Some reported boarding her, only to find empty cabins frozen in time. Then, just as mysteriously, the Baychimo vanished from record. To this day, her final fate remains unknown. Rogue waves up to 20 meters. Some of the tallest waves ever recorded strike here, up to 65 feet, about 20 meters high, nearly as tall as a 6-story building. These rogue waves rise without warning, forming massive walls of water that can slam into ships with devastating force. Sailors describe being lifted suddenly before crashing down into valleys of water deep enough to swallow entire vessels. Even modern ships with advanced stabilizers are no match for these sudden giants. A single rogue wave can roll a ship 30 degrees in seconds, sending everything and everyone on board flying. Unknown sea creatures. Divers and researchers whisper about strange creatures lurking below the Drake Passage. Colossal jellyfish, unclassified sharks, and sightings of shapes too large to identify. In a place so remote, where humans rarely dive, The ocean hides mysteries still beyond science. Fishermen tell stories of nets torn apart by something massive. Submariners have reported sonar readings of enormous moving shadows. Some call them myths. Others insist they've witnessed the shadows of giants in the deep. In waters this wild, anything could be waiting. Shackleton's endurance. In 1915, explorer Ernest Shackleton's ship, the Endurance, became trapped in Antarctic ice near the passage and sank. For more than a century, its fate was a mystery. Then in 2022, the wreck was discovered astonishingly well preserved, as if time itself had frozen it. Shackleton's survival story remains one of the most legendary in exploration history. His crew endured months stranded on the ice before attempting a desperate journey across the open sea in small lifeboats. Against all odds, they survived. But the ghostly return of the Endurance more than a century later is a chilling reminder of how unforgiving these waters can be. Vanishing fishing boats. Even today, fishing vessels vanish in the Drake Passage without sending distress signals. No wreckage, no survivors. Families are left without answers, as if the sea simply swallowed the ships whole. In some cases, only floating debris was ever recovered. In others, not a single trace. These modern disappearances echo the mysteries of centuries past. They remind us that the Drake Passage is not just history's graveyard. It is still claiming lives, even in the age of satellites and GPS. The death toll. Historians estimate that over 20,000 lives have been lost here. Soldiers, explorers, traders, countless souls claimed by these merciless waters. To put that into perspective, that's more than the capacity of an entire sports stadium. Each crossing is a gamble with death. For every successful voyage, there are dozens of stories of tragedy, entire crews gone in a single storm, families torn apart by the sea's cruelty. The Drake Passage does not forgive, and it does not forget. Giant internal waves. Beneath the surface, scientists have discovered hidden monsters, internal waves as tall as 330 feet, around 100 meters. Unlike rogue waves above, these giants move silently under the surface, invisible to sailors. They are powerful enough to destabilize submarines and tear smaller ships apart. These waves roll like underwater mountains, shifting the ocean itself. Scientists only recently began to understand them, but for centuries, sailors knew something unseen was dragging ships to their doom. The unstoppable current. The Drake Passage is the only place on Earth where the ocean flows completely around the globe, unbroken. This Antarctic circumpolar current moves more water than all the rivers on Earth combined. Scientists call it the heartbeat of the ocean. It regulates Earth's climate, drives global weather, and controls the balance of life in the seas. But for sailors, it is the deadliest current on Earth, a force too vast to fight. To sail here is to challenge the power of the planet itself. These were the top 10 terrifying secrets of the Drake Passage. Would you dare to cross these haunted waters? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more dark mysteries from the deep. Until next time, this was Dark Sea Mysteries.